Good top of the morning. It is early Saturday morning, but it's almost about to be 9 o'clock. Listen, I'm super excited. I feel great because I had two legends on my platform, Spinny Yard, Ron Browz and DJ Webstar. Now, for those that don't know, like Webstar was the first DJ, first person to really go viral before viral was a thing with chicken noodle soup. Let me just put that out there. Number two, Ron Browz is responsible for some of the most classic beats and records in hip hop history. Okay? We can start with Ebonics by Big L. Rest in peace, Big L. He did the Ebonics beat. He was around in Harlem back in the days as a teenager making beats for all of these cats. And then he transitioned and started making beats for other people, in Harlem and, the five borough circuit and stuff like that. Now, for those that don't know, if you're too young to know, Ron Browz is the guy that made the Ether beat, which is the record that Nas did his famous classic diss record against Jay-Z to. Okay? Ron Browz didn't even know what Nas was going to do with it. Initially, Ron Browz wanted to get it to Jay-Z. So he hollered at hip hop from Rockefeller at the time and said, yo, get it to Jay, get it to Jay. Jay didn't want it. Jay-Z didn't want to eat the beat. I did not know that. I did not know that Ron Browz initially gave the Ether beat to Jay-Z, and Jay-Z didn't want it. But Ron Browz was able to get it to fucking Nas. I understand that, bro, but it's new news to me. I'm sorry, Rob C. It's new news to me. So anyway, he didn't want to, Jay-Z didn't want it, Nas took it, but Ron Browz didn't know what Nas was going to do with it. So now what's good, pimpish. So now Nas takes the beat, he does what he does to it, but the nigga, Ron Browz didn't know what Nas was doing to the beat. So Nas calls Ron Browz, yo, come to the studio. And he said when he came to the studio, Nas was on some real Godfather shit, you heard? He said the nigga Nas was like sitting there chilling, eating fruit and all of that. And the nigga pressed play, man. And when he pressed play, he heard, fuck Jay-Z. And Ron Browz was like, what the fuck is that? I didn't put that in there. Who did that? Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So, and the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? Like, for those that don't know, Ron Browz did Ether. He did Ebonics for Big L. He did, Pop Champagne, A-Rap Money. But one of his other most notable, good looking, Rob. See, I appreciate that, bro. I got more freestyles on the way, and I'm going to start creating an EP. What I didn't know also was that Ron Browz did Whip Your Head for 50 Cent. I'll whip your head, boy. I'll whip your head, boy. I didn't know that. I was like, word. So I'm just saying that it's just crazy because, where I come from, the platform I come from, and you hear stories, through the grapevine and all that, but to actually sit in front of the person and they tell you the story verbatim. And there's another crazy story in there that Webstar and Ron Browz told me that I ain't even gonna get into what it was. I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm gonna let y'all see it when I upload it, which I'm uploading that tomorrow. You heard? At the smoke shop on Essex, Delancey Street. Yo, peace. King full of Gun Hill. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. Yo, Rob C, it's crazy that he has a crazy catalog. Like, I had one of my young boys at the interview with me, and he was like, yo, I didn't know this, that, and the third round about boy, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, yo, son is a legend. He just the problem. And I told Ron Browz, I said, bro, you don't got no tag on your beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know that it's you behind the fucking music. And you made some of the most notable shit in hip hop, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, I'm gonna kick you out saying all of this wild, crazy shit, bro. You must be a Batiman boy. That's why you staying off the grid. That's why that's your name. I love when y'all talk spicy to me. Like I said, right? It's crazy, it's wild, man. But make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and all of that. The interview is fire. It's like an hour and a half long. It's gonna be dope. I'm gonna put out the full interview in a few days, but the clips is up now. What's up, JR? So another thing I wanted to talk about was Drake, right? Y'all see Drake got a new record out called Nokia. I don't know if y'all heard it, whatever the case may be, but that Nokia record is fire. All right, I'm about to do a fucking TikTok to that motherfucker. I'm gonna get a fucking pimpin' curly fucking Jerry curl, and I'm gonna put a fake beard on my face, and I'm gonna do a crazy dance to it. I'm gonna wild out to that shit. Fuck that. That shit is what's been missing. My son got one up on Kung Fu Kenny. He got one up on Kung Fu Kenny. Facts. I'm about to get on my pimpin' curly shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody think. Facts. Yo, YG, what's up, boy? I didn't even know that was you. Yo, salute Santiago. What's good, man? I really appreciate y'all tapping in, and you know, it's early in the morning. I just came from the gym. Appreciate y'all tapping in and all of that, for real. What y'all think? Let me ask y'all a question though. What y'all think about this whole shit with Big Meech and 50 Cent? When you KO and Hoffa, you stupid, yo. What y'all think about this whole thing with Big Meech and fucking 50 Cent, man? What's up, David Liamas? Meech is a dub. I ain't gonna front. I seen that he got a fucking GoFundMe now to help pay his bills. Then I seen a clip, yo, this nigga Lil Meech is bugging the fuck out, bro. Why would Big Meech be at an event with Rick Ross, bro? Like, why niggas ain't understanding 50 Cent power, yo? Why they not understanding 50 Cent power, bro? Like, this nigga 50 really plays every 48th law of power, bro. I feel like the first law that he invoked in this whole situation was conceal your intentions. I think that's law number 17 or 14 in the 48 laws of power. Conceal your intentions. Y'all are bugging if y'all don't think that the nigga 50 had everything planned out prior to that whole shit, prior to that picture coming out and all of that. With the Meech shit, bro. Would you battle man for the rap battle? What you think? What you think? Cause I'm not, listen, bro, I'm not a battle rapper. Okay? I just know how to rap. And I'm creative with my shit. You know what I'm saying? King of Gun Hill, I know how to rap. I know how to put bars together. I can rap my ass off if need be. But I never actually was face to face with a nigga and actually battle. When I battle, I'm gonna keep it real. Especially in prison. When I battle niggas, other niggas I knew how to beatbox. You heard? It's niggas you know, if niggas said, yo, I'm a beatboxer, I'll come and flame your shit. Pause. Don't fuck with me on the beatboxing tip. I remember one time, I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story. One time, I was in Spofford, right? I was young. I was like maybe 15 years old. This is like 96. I'm in Spofford Juvenile Correctional, sitting up waiting to go to court and all of that. And we had recreation one day, so we go out to rec. And niggas pulled me up and they like, yo, champ, there's two twin niggas here from the Bronx. That's nice, bro. They said that they could take you, bro. Pause. And I'm like, where they at? Like, yo, they right here. Boom, boom. So I pull up. It's two niggas. I wish this shit could have been recorded at the time, but you know, we in jail. So the niggas, they like, yo, y'all just niggas is telling the twins like, yo, y'all just pulled up, so y'all gotta go first. We already know Champ got it on lock. You know, he do what he do. So at that time, they was calling me Swiss Beats. Because I got a large nose, I look like Swiss Beats or whatever the case may be. So Niggas beatbox. They do some original shit. They going back and forth. At that time, I was a crazy Wu fanatic. So I forgot what record was on the radio. It wasn't trying. Oh, it was Ghostface Killer's Iron Man was popping at that time. Ghostface Killer first album. So I was like, all right, the beat I did was this song called Black Jesus. So I did the beat or whatever, went crazy on it. And then I did a bunch of other beats. I did some Timberland joints, some Busta Rhymes joints. What you want? Flip mode, baby. Bust a bust. Yo, never said Jimmy Crack. Come on. Niggas went crazy. Niggas was in the yard like, oh, this nigga beatboxing, he's rapping at the same time. Murdered them niggas. Took all their commissary. Let me get that. Yo, China Brim, what up, boy? Salute, my nigga. 050 the movement. You already know the dark side, man. Harlem legend, 050 the movement. All that, man. But that's what I do. That's the only times that I've battled somebody. It was always on beatbox time. But niggas didn't know since I was young, I could fucking rap. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, as far as that question Gun Hill asked, man, I don't know, man. If it's about some money, I'll sit down and get in my bag. Yo, safe travels, China Brim. Yo, if it's about a bag, I'll battle the nigga. That's up to him. He hasn't battled in years. I don't know if he rusty. I don't know, but my pen been going. I've been writing like a motherfucker. At least once or twice a week I've been writing. You heard? It's about some money, bro. I don't mind battling the nigga. You heard? Don't forget the beats on the piano. That's another thing. Yeah, JC. That's crazy. Every jail that I went to, I had a keyboard. I always had a Casio CTK keyboard and all of that. Harlem legend, my guy, young billionaire. I always had a keyboard. And I was always the guy that would, like, if there was songs on the radio and all of that, I would mimic the beats in order to keep my craft up, and I'll make original beats too, bring my keyboard to the yard, let niggas rap over it and all of that, you know what I'm saying? But I could never say I actually battled. I've been in ciphers and shit, but I never battled a nigga. And I ain't gonna lie, like, you know, Math is top tier, man. I can't take that away from that man. I watched all of his shit, you know, prior to meeting him and then going back when I met him and watching his shit, and I was like, damn, this nigga was top tier. But who knows where a nigga at now? Yeah, Santiago had a keyboard in jail. New York State prison, they allow you to get keyboards. That's a fact. Hit the like button, man. Thank you. Hit the like button, subscribe, share this live, whatever the case may be. It's early in the morning. Come on, let's talk about it. But back to 50 Cent. Right now, I don't know if y'all know, but I met 50 Cent on a few occasions. The first time I ever met 50, right? Hold on a second. The first time I ever met 50 Cent was when I first came home in 2021. I say it was October, November. I met him in Boston. What happened is my man Trigger Ock, who I was locked up with in the tomb, shout out to Trigger Ock from Southside Queens. He's one of, you know, he runs around with 50 to this day. So he hit me up, you know, I got the magazine shit popping and all that. He said, yo, bro, you want to meet 50, you got to drive up here to Boston. You're doing a show out here. He just called all of us to pull up. I'm like, word? I'm like, all right, so I'll get in my whip, pick him up from Queens, and we head to Boston. So 50 was doing a show at this spot called Big Night Live in Boston. Him, Tony Ayo, Uncle Murder, whatever the case may be. Remember, this October 2021, way before I got on Math Show. So we pull up. I got magazines with me and all of that. No, I didn't know the real 50. So I pull up, and Trigger Ock is giving me the rundown. He's like, yo, bro, when we go in here, Like, let niggas introduce you to him. Don't just walk up on a nigga, this, that, and the third. I'm like, all right, cool. So we get into the venue. 50 is like backstage in this big green room, right? 50, all his peoples, Murder, Yayo, all of these niggas. And there's a pool table in there, and 50 was playing pool with I think it was the owner of the spot, of the venue. He's playing pool back there or whatever. And I walk in, so we all like standing off to the side. He was like, yo, I'm gonna introduce you to him. Give me a minute. I'm like, all right, cool. So 50 went off to the side and was chopping it up with somebody else. And then my man Trigger I was like, yo, he went and whispered in 50 ear or whatever. And then he put his hand, 50 put his hand out and was like, yo, what's good? Da 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 da. And I'm like, yo, what's good, bro? How you doing, man? Love everything that you're doing. You know, I got the biggest magazine in the jails, da 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 da. He was like, all right, cool. We gonna talk. I'm like, all right, but yo, bro, when I say that this nigga 50 is really a fucking general, bro, like a top dog fucking general, and he keep all of his shit secure. Niggas move in a different manner, bro. Like, you could feel it as soon as you walk in the room. Like, everybody's staying in their place. Let me put it like that. Everything is structured, you know what I'm saying? You just can't walk up on a nigga and none of that. I seen Yayo and Murder, yo, what up, champ, da 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 da, yo, what's good? We didn't know you was home, boom, boom, boom. All love. That was the first time I met him. He went out on stage. I got footage of this and all that. I'll post it on my YouTube later on today. So I went out on stage with them and all of that. They performed, they did their numbers, went crazy, and then niggas left and went back to their hotel. I left and went back to New York. The second time I met Fifth was in Connecticut. My man Trigger Ock calls me again. Now, for those that don't know, hold on a second. For those that don't know, Trigger Ock is the nigga that Hassan Campbell is talking about. Is talking about recently. Talking about how 50 Goons was in his DM and all that. He talking about my man Trigger Ock. I don't know what that's about. I'm not speaking on it. That's between them two. You know what I'm saying? Hassan, that's my guy. Trigger Ock, that's my guy, whatever the case may be. But the nigga, Trigger Ock calls me again. Yo, champ, pull up to, we going to Connecticut. It was, what do you call it? One of them casinos up there. I think it was Foxwoods. Yeah, it was Foxwoods. Again, I pick up my man Trigger Ock. We shoot up to Connecticut. Now this time was a little different when I met 50 because we met him on the floor of his hotel, where his hotel suite was at. So I go up there, I see Jaffe, I see what's the other nigga name, man? Damn, I forgot the other Goonie name, man. That's always with Fifth, man. But his Goonies was up there, you heard? So now I'm talking about the first few times I met 50 Cent. So I go up there, we all in the hallway waiting for Fifth to come out. So Fifth come out, and this is the first time I'm really seeing how big this nigga is. Pause. Like, this nigga's tall and he looked like security. You know what I'm saying? Comes out in the hallway. It's like maybe 15 of us standing in the hallway waiting for him. The nigga 50, you don't know if he playing, you don't know if he real. The nigga come up to me. He say what up to everybody. He see me like, who this nigga? Just like that. And I'm like, yo, shit. He's like, nah, I'm fucking with you, bro. Yo, you good? You good? Da, da, da. I'm like, oh, shit. I thought I was in trouble or something. I thought, you know what I mean? I did something wrong, but all was good. We got on the elevator, went downstairs. I actually have that footage up on my page. We went to downstairs. He performed, did a phenomenal performance. And after that, niggas left and we had a good time. That's all I'm gonna say. We had a great time after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was dope. It was dope. So the third time I met Fifth, I ain't gonna say met. By this time, I'm gonna say was hanging out with him. It was during the Keisha Cole concert at the Barclays Center last year. So what happened is I was in a suite about 4 or 5 suites down from his. Didn't even know he was in the building. So we in the suite, we chilling. I got my family there. We having a great time. So now I come out to go use the bathroom and I see commotion in front of one of the suites. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So the security nigga standing in front of the suite is like, I know him. I know him. I see him around all the time in the city, bodyguarding for mad people. So he like trying to stop people from coming in the suite. Come to find out, 50 was in the suite, A Boogie, a whole bunch of rappers and people, Bobby Shmurda. So I know Boogie, I know Bobby and all that. So 50, I'm walking past and I see Fifth at the doorway and I'm like, yo, salute, what up, bro, what up? But I'm close enough, because I said what's up to the security guard nigga first. See, Fifth was like, yo, Fifth, what up, bro? And Fifth grabs my arm and pulls me into the fucking suite. You heard, like, with the force, like, nah, he good, close the door. Pulls me into the suite, closes the door. The nigga was in great spirits, happy time. I have no negative things to say about Fifth, man. Anytime I seen a nigga, met the nigga, it was all fucking love. It was all good. And he was, even though we was talking, he was like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, how you holding up? You know what I'm saying? This is after I left Math Show and all of that. So, you know, he's asking me questions about my next moves and stuff like that, which I ain't gonna go into detail about, but good guy, man. Good dude. Now, as far as the shit with yeah, here you go. As far as the shit with Hassan Campbell and Trigger Ock, I seen what thank you. I seen what Hassan Campbell was talking about. You know, that's my guy too, but I know Trigger Ock too. Me and Trigger Ock was in the Tombs together, 2014, 2015. And he put in pain. That boy ain't nothing to play with. For those that don't know, Trigger Ock, who runs around with Fifth, ain't nothing to fuck with. He is nothing to play around with, bro. So I'm not saying to my brother Hassan Campbell, like, yo, watch your tone. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying, bro, is that these niggas is different. They're very calculated. They stand on what the fuck they say. And if it's the issue, they're gonna address it. That's all I'm saying, bro. I fucks with Hassan. I love Hassan Campbell. That's my guy. But sometimes you got to pick your battles with certain individuals. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see what Hassan Campbell had to say about Trigger Ock and 50 Cent? Top of the top, trying to get my nephew on the platform for an interview. All right, bro. You DM me on my Instagram page, Champion Style TV. DM me there. We should do more jail stories. You tell great stories, they do numbers. Oh man, you're absolutely right, bro. Like, I went through a lot of shit. Y'all gotta remember something. I did 4 state bids as an adult. And then I did 1 juvenile bid in Sparford, going to Lincoln Hall and all of that. One of the craziest, man, I don't think I told the story publicly, but it was wild. So I was like 18 at this time. I'm in Coxsackie. Well, I was in Coxsackie. Something happened where the police beat me up, and I went to the box, right? Stole off on that like button too. Come on, yo, stop playing. So I go to the solitary confinement, right? 2001. They sent me to Green S Block, right? I'm in Green S Block. It's the first time I ever went to solitary confinement upstate New York. When I was on Rikers Island, I went to solitary confinement a few times. Totally different. Upstate New York, when you go to box, it's double bunk, meaning you're in a cell with another individual. The shower is in the cell, the toilet is in the cell, your desk, you get fed in your cell. In the back of the cell is a chicken fence fucking small ass box that you go out to for rec. So you don't come out of your cell the whole time unless you're going on a visit, or you coming out for like a dentist appointment, a mental health appointment, or going to see the doctor for sick call or something, right? So I go in there. The first bunkie I had, he was cool. He only had like maybe 2 weeks left. He was in the cell already. And that top bunk, bottom bunk shit is real, right? Depending upon, like, if you go in the cell first and it's empty, you take the bottom bunk. Whoever come into the cell after you, while you're in there, they usually got to get on the top. And if they got an issue, then y'all scrap it out and nigga kicking the nigga out the fucking cell. It is what it is. Like at that time, I was a little nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was a little nigga. Didn't really know what was going on. So anyway, the story crazy. Listen. So now I'm in the cell by myself. I'm on the bottom bunk. Everything's cool. Some dude named Star from Long Island comes in my cell. This dude is about 3 times my size, right? Pause. Not in height, but like in width. You know what I'm saying? He's a big dude. Tell he been down for a minute. Got dreads and all that. Very menacing looking nigga, right? So he comes in my cell. I'm about 140, 150 pounds soaking wet, right? So now, hold on. Okay. So now he come in the cell. Everything is fine. He like, yo, yeah, you know, I'm just trying to, I got 6 months I got to do in SHU. I had 90 days to do. I had been in there for about 3 weeks now. So he like, yeah, I'm just trying to do my time down. He's like, yo, but I got to get on the bottom bunk. And I'm like, that ain't gonna happen, bro. He's like, yo, I'm too big to be jumping up there. He was respectful about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he said, yo, I'm taking the bottom bunk. You got to get on the top. It is what it is. He was respectful. Like, yo, I got back issues and it's hard for me to jump up on the top bunk. I'm young. I'm agile. I'm like, all right, no problem, right? I take the top bunk. So now time passes. We chopping it up. We talking, you know. He telling me about his life. I'm telling him about mine, what I'm in the box for, what he in the box for. He was in the box for cutting. All right, cool. So I say 2 or 3 weeks pass. We got a little system going, working out, you know, reading books, niggas eating, whatever the case may be. So one night, I'm sleeping on the top bunk, knocked out. But I always sleep light. So I hear noise, right? So you hear noise, you know, I shift myself. I always slept like on my side facing the wall. But I hear noise and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I hear like breathing, like heavy breathing. So I turn and look, and this nigga was standing by the window, like facing outside. His back was to me, and the nigga was jerking off, boy. Like, how you jerking off? And I'm right here in the bed sleeping. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Like, when niggas do shit like that, it's because, like, if you're gonna jerk off and do whatever you do that when your bunkie go on a visit and ain't nobody in the cell. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't none of that doing that while you in the cell with a nigga. So anyway, this nigga jerking off. So I pop out. I pop up like, yo, what the fuck you doing? So nigga turn around, pants down and all that. Like, yo, I gotta get my shit off, my nigga. Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something with the quickness. My legs never moved so fast in my life. Like, I didn't even think twice of it. I didn't sit there and try to assess the situation. Again, I know he's bigger than me. Pause. I know I'm 150 pounds soaking wet. But I was sitting on the top bunk and his head was right here with his pants down and all that. So you know what I did? I kicked the shit out the nigga in the face. Heel the fucking nose. Bow. Bum, bum, bum. Kept kicking the nigga. Nigga, you know, he falls back into the shower and shit, jump off the fucking top bunk, and I just keep kicking the nigga. Keep kicking the nigga. Bang, bang, bang. So the nigga wind up like kind of getting himself together, and he grabs my legs and pulls me down. Mind you, the whole time this nigga pants is down. Okay? Just keep that in mind. The nigga pants is down, dick is out. Nigga fucking grabs my legs, sweeps me. I hit the floor. Bang! I hit the floor so hard. You know, you hit the floor hard on your back, the fucking air come out of you. So I'm like, oh shit. So now the nigga to like pause, get on top of me and do damage, I guess. So when he coming to do that and he gets on top of me and he about to start hitting me, I grab both. I put my thumbs in his fucking eyes. I don't know, all this shit street fighting. Put my thumb in his eyes. Yeah. When I did that, I'm holding it and I come and I sit up. And now I turn him around, bang, and I got my thumbs in his eyes like, nigga, you crazy? Nigga, you crazy, da-da-da. Mind you, the walls are very, very fucking thin in the box. You understand what I'm saying? Very, very thin. So niggas on the left side who are in the cell next to me on the left side and on the right side, they hear the commotion. And niggas start banging on the wall. They like, yo, champ, what up? You good? Yo, champ, what up, nigga? Yo, fight that nigga. Yo, beat that nigga ass. Other niggas in other cells that I was cool with, that I actually came in the box with, is like they calling for the police and shit. They like, yo, CO, da. They don't know what's going on in there. So now, like I said, I'm on top of the nigga, and I'm fucking trying to gouge this nigga eyes out, and the nigga spit in my face. I'm on top of the nigga, and the nigga spit in my face. Bomb. When I'm on top of the nigga, I'm on top of his chest. You understand what I'm saying? Nigga spit in my face. Bomb, he spit on my face. I'm like, oh shit. And then the nigga caught me. Boom! Nigga caught me with a good one. Boom! Oh shit, I'm now down. I'm down on the floor. And the nigga gets on top of me with his knees on my chest, pause. Gets on top of me with his knees on my chest. And instead of punching me, I don't know what the nigga was thinking, he starts like slapping me. Bomb, bomb, bomb. So I'm not gonna lie. I had to do what I had to do. I'm gonna tell you what I had to do. I had to get up out of that shit. I grabbed the nigga nuts. I had to, yo. I had to. There was no other way. I felt like at the time, I'm fighting for my life. What other way could I get? I grabbed the nigga nuts and I squeezed him and turned him. And that nigga was like, oh. He got up off of me, was like, please stop, let me go. Once that happened, I had a net bag with big fucking law library books in it. So what I used to do with the net bag with the books, I used to do curls and shit like that with it on some workout shit. Grab that shit and just start hitting them with it. Boom, boom, boom. Lights out. Knock the nigga Cole out. Lights out. So by this time, like while I'm in, like I'm blacking out. So by this time, I didn't even know the police was at the gate, banging on the door for me to stop beating on this nigga. Police was on the gate. Don't. Smith Baker, lock out. When they say lock out, they mean go to the back rec pen and stand outside and lock yourself out into the rec pen so they can come in and do what they got to do. Boom, boom, boom. They banging on the gate. So now I see what's going on. So I'm up. Now I'm like, lock out, Smith Baker, lock out, over coming in there. I'm still not really comprehending. No, this was in Green S Block, you heard? Green S Block. So the niggas come in. They come in, they grab me up and they throw me out into the rec pen. Lock me out in the rec pen. I'm floored. Adrenaline rushing. Y'all know how that shit go. Like there was this point during that fucking altercation where like my ears, I couldn't hear shit. It's like I said, I really blacked out. If y'all know, y'all know. If you've been in that type of situation where you fighting a nigga in a fucking cell and there's nowhere to go, like all the adrenaline is everywhere. You trying to do whatever you got to do to stay alive and survive. And what wound up happening is like they came up in there, boy was knocked out, they dragged him out the cell, and they took him wherever they took him, probably to the hospital, whatever, outside hospital, whatever, but boy was out. Luckily, one of the police that was there was partial. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a dickhead, one of the cops. And he came in with a sergeant and they came in the rec pen and they like, what happened? I said, I don't remember. All I know is that I was just on top of this guy and I was beating his ass. And they was like, well, you know, we know you're young. You know, he's a grown man. It looks crazy, but you were defending yourself, right? That's what happened. You were defending yourself. I said, however y'all see it is what it is, but I don't know what happened. All I know is I was on top of this guy and beating him up. That's it. Everything else, I don't remember. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't remember. And after that, they had me go to the clinic. They took him to the outside hospital. I wound up finding out later. And because he was knocked out, like I broke his nose. They said I fractured his eyes, all type of shit. And they took me to the clinic. I had little, you know, scrapes and bruises on me. My jaw was a little fucked up because I had just gotten into something with the police prior to that in Kawasaki. So my jaw was a little fucked up still. And I had little, you know, scrapes and bruises on my fists and all of that shit, you know what I mean? And they wound up keeping me in the cell by myself for the rest of my time there. So that's one of the stories, man. This is the first time I'm telling this shit publicly. I never told this story before. Probably I told it to my therapist or whatever when I was going to therapy, but shit like that fuck you up. Let me just say that. Shit like that fucks your brain up because now Once I got out the box and I'm moving around in general population, I'm watching everything. I'm looking at every nigga sus. Unless it's a nigga that I know, like, I'm not fucking with you. If you had a certain look or demeanor or the way you walked and moved, I didn't trust you, I didn't fuck with you. Niggas introduced me, yo, champ, this my man, all right, whatever. That's your man. I'm traumatized behind this shit. And mind you, I went to the box multiple occasions after that. So being that was my first experience in the Baja, that's what we used to call the box, the Baja. Anytime I went to the box, I was on it. Now when I'm in general population, I'm working out all crazy, keeping my weight up and all of that, because I'm like, yo, this would never happen again. A nigga is never going to get the best of me in any type of situation in the box. And words start circulating and shit like that. Niggas start talking and, yo, nah, boy, handle his business and stuff like that, even though I was a young nigga. But I started getting my weight up very quickly. Eating all the Jack Mac out the can, all the ramen noodles, all the rice, okay, all the sardines, all the kipper snacks, all the octopus, all the calamari. I was on it. And I got my weight up real quick. And at that time, they used to sell creatine. They used to sell, of course, bro, come on, bro. At that time, they used to sell creatine in commissary. So creatine, it help you get your weight up real quick and it make you crazy strong. So I got my weight up real quick. So by the next time I went to the box, I had my weight up and niggas was not fucking around with me. Now it got to the point where every time I went to the box, I went to Mid-State S Block. I went to, let me see, on that bid, I'm gonna tell you the timeline. Went from Kasaki to Green S Block. From Green S Block, I went to Comstock. In Comstock, I got beat up by the police there because I beat some Latin King nigga up in the yard. Went to Mid-State S Block from Comstock. I was in Mid-State S Block for like 6 months. That was peaches and cream. I was chilling. Came out in 4 months because they gave me a time credit. And after Mid-State S Block, I went to Elmira. In Elmira, it got wacky. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time, bro. It got wicked in Elmira. At that time, the Bloods and the Nietas and the Trinitarios was beefing and going at it. And because I used to hang out with the Bloods, niggas thought I was blood and niggas tried to get at me. But I'm going to tell y'all that story at another time. Listen, like, share, subscribe, donate. Appreciate y'all. Tap in with me. Champion Style TV. Follow me on Instagram at Champion Style TV as well. Y'all already know the vibes. I definitely, thank you for telling me this in the comments. I'm definitely going to start telling my stories more. But I'm going to put them up as shorts and I'm going to call it On The Count. I started it before and I fell back from it, but I'm going to get back on my On The Count shit as shorts. I'm going to keep the story simple, 3 minutes and less, so y'all can tap in. Appreciate that. Yo, what's up with that platform? I'm going to start it over again, man. But again, appreciate y'all for tapping in early in the morning. Have a great Saturday. Love, energy. Check out that Browz and DJ Webstar interview. It's popping. It's fire. Salute.